Welcome to the virtual career fair hosted by the Sustainable Community Aid Network, featuring an interview with Andrew Carter, owner of Drudesigns7888.
Hi, Andrew. Thank you very much for taking some of your time to take part in SCAN's virtual career fair. I'm very delighted to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome. Could you please start off by introducing yourself and telling us a bit more about your passion?
Sure. So my name is Andrew Carter. I was born in Jamaica and I migrated to Canada about 7 years ago. And my passion is mostly with design and marketing. I really like marketing. I really like to see artistic designs come to life in whatever fashion you choose. I'm very free-spirited in that manner. So I like to see something new, something different. I don't like to follow the trends that I see. So yeah, that's basically my passion and as to why I chose this career.
Okay, now please could you tell us a bit more about your business? How did the idea of the business come about based on your passion? Just tell us a bit more about it.
Sure. So I did this first back in Jamaica. I started this with a friend. We were starting to do the nightlife kind of, young people. So we started the nightlife and we wanted to have our own spin on it to stand out. And we started an apparel company back in Jamaica. We had shorts, we had a whole line of apparel that went with the party scene. And unfortunately, it did not flourish in Jamaica, so we took a break from that. And when I moved here, I decided, seeing the market landscape, I thought it would be great opportunity for me to try here as well. And it would be a great opportunity missed if I did not try. You understand? So, as they always tell you, you only score if you take a shot, right?
Now we're talking about your business, but we actually haven't said what's the name of your business. So maybe you can just tell us more about what's the name of your business, and then for how long have you been established in Canada? Just give us a bit more information on that.
Sure. So it's Drudesigns. That's the name of the company. And I started that apparel line as a tribute to my grandparents. So it's 7888. So 78 was the year that my grandma passed, and 88 was the year the age, sorry, that my grandfather passed, and they both passed on the same day of the week, 12 years apart. Yeah, so it was I don't know if it's like writing on the wall almost, but it was just a fitting tribute to them and have them guide me, I guess, in terms of how I went about the design and the colors and just the mere fact that their stubbornness, they did not give in. You understand? And that was the reason why I used the mule as part of my logo. It's just to show you that there's not always negativity associated with being stubborn. Sometimes you just have to push through the noise, push through all the fog just to get to where you need to want to go. So during the pandemic, that is when I started. I was thinking about it before, but in the pandemic, I was like, you know what, just let's pull the trigger now and let us start and let us see how best and what can come of this. So that is why I started doing pandemic. So Drudesigns is the name of the company, and the apparel line is 7888. So that's why the website is Drudesigns7888.ca.
Yeah, I went through your website earlier, and I just find it's a beautiful tribute to your grandparents and how you actually present the positive side of being stubborn. You talk about that on your website. That's very interesting.
Thank you. Thank you.
Could you please describe for us what a typical day looks like for you?
Okay, so a typical day with designing is you're sitting in front of the computer and you have like a basic idea as to what you want the design to look like. And if you have the design, you have to stick with a theme. That's something I got assistance with my from my wife. She's very focused. So when you have a topic, she's very focused to stay on topic. I can sometimes just go, many different ways, and she's like, no, 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 no. If you have an idea, focus. You don't want to confuse people. To stay focused, have an idea and work with that theme, right? So, I at first I was gonna do because I know that graphic tees, everyone loves a graphic tee. Everyone loves some form of graphic on their hoodies, on their sweatshirts. Everyone likes that design. But excuse me, if you don't have a theme, people are going to get confused because you're just going to think like you're just a regular off brand that's on Amazon or Walmart. So you have to stick with a theme so people can recognize you whenever they see it. They just know, oh, that's a 788 design. Oh, that's a Drew design. You know what I mean? So you got to stay focused. So doing my designs, I come up with ideas. And once I find ideas that I like, I try to find a common theme. And if that common theme can go right through, then I work with that theme. And that's a theme for the line. So right now, while we're trying to get finish off the designs of last year, we're trying to get those sold out. I'm currently formulating a theme to go for the next set of, that I'm going to put out. And from once you get the theme and once you get the idea, then you get the theme, then you get the colors that you want to go with, and then you get the designs in terms of the type of apparel that you want to put out. And it works with the season as well. So if I'm putting out apparel in the summer, it's going to be sleeveless, it's going to be t-shirts, it's going to be shorts, stuff to go with the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say we won't have sweatshirts and hoodies, and same goes for the winter. It's going to be the flip, right? So it's just to think about what would be comfortable, that works, the colors that work with the theme and the ideas, and it's just a process of it's a slow process. You don't want to rush it, especially when you're a small business and your budget is very limited. You don't want to rush into anything. You just want to take your time, and you as I said, take your shot and see if you score.
That's interesting. Over the years, let's say even starting from Jamaica, when you actually started the business and then moving it over to Canada, what are some of the challenges that you've had to face?
Outside of the main one, which is budgetary, the challenge that you have to face is the market is huge. So creating a niche, it's not only just huge, but it's ever changing. So when you have that budgetary constraint, with that goes with that, it makes it very difficult, and it sometimes discourages you in a way, right? So it's more of an internal battle for you to stay focused and to keep pushing, never give up, just keep pushing. And it is very important that if this is what you want to do, it is very important for you to just keep pushing and never give up. You have to just believe in yourself, which is the most important thing. And don't expect that because you started it today, tomorrow is going to be successful. Don't expect that because your 10 friends like it means that the wider audience and the wider market is going to like it. And then the least, I guess, the least troubling, not troubling, but the least bit of resistance or obstacles that you may face is people always have an idea to give you, right? People always have, they always think they know it better than you. They always want to give you advice. And it's like picking through, that bin when you go to Walmart, clearing out through the clearance bin. It's like picking through those ideas. Like, what can I use? What can I not use? You know what I mean? So that is also part of it too. So you have to, again, know who you are and what you want and where you want the company to go, right? And then you also now have to find those gems in those advice that people will give you along the way, and go with grace is what I'm learning. It's like you don't have an ego when you're starting out. Even if you get established, if you're lucky enough to immediately, strike while the iron's hot, you have to be grounded. You have to be able to take criticism. You have to be able to take disappointment, and you have to, be strong. You just have to know what you want, basically.
Yeah, that's very interesting. On the other hand, what are the things you've enjoyed the most about running your business?
Freedom. The freedom to be who I want in terms of where I want the company to go, what I want the company to do, how I want people to perceive the company and the apparel. So it's just, being prepared to know that any mistakes that are made, it's mine. Everything along the way, it's mine. I own everything. I own from the beginning to the end. It's all me. All my decisions all fall on me. So, that is the best part of it. Sometimes they say too many cooks, spoil the broth, right? So you just need to, me personally, I'm not speaking for everybody, but me personally, I prefer that if I make these decisions, it's a learning curve for me, whether it's good or bad.
That's nice. You've spoken a bit about some of the things you're working on. You said that you're preparing like the collection for the next season. Could you please tell us a bit more about projects or partnerships or anything new that you're working on that you'd like to share with us?
Currently, I don't have any partnerships lined up. I would love to do partnerships with maybe schools in terms of designing their like sports uniform, because I'm avid watcher of football. You guys call it soccer, and cricket, and I see that a lot in the York Brampton region, and so I'd love to do that at some point. And in terms of design, I'm more thinking of being more sleek and more sleek in terms of the next set of designs that are coming out, because these I chose these kind of designs because it was loud, and it was what was, I guess, to make a point and a statement coming out. You're like, oh, I know that. I've seen that design. I know that. I know who that is. So when I come out with the sleek design, they go, oh, he's coming at you from a different angle. And so I just need to show the same theme, the same versatility, but I just need it to be focused so people still can identify who I am and what the brand is about.
Andrew, what are some of the qualities that you would say have brought you this far in your journey as an entrepreneur?
Well, outside of the obvious, being stubborn, it's my drive and the need to always want to do something different, and to be free to do something different. The process may be long, it may be arduous. I may be sometimes be the reason why there's some obstacles in the way, but the most important thing is that you keep going. You keep going. You can't take, hey, some people start their business, it takes a year for them to take off. Some people start their business, it takes 10 years. You take examples, but you try not to compare yourself to other people. You understand? You just take some examples and you go, okay, that makes sense. I could maybe, let me see where I can apply that into my everyday, or into my business, or how I grow, or how I do my business. Because for example, I look at Simon Cowell. Simon Cowell went bankrupt 3 times. At the age of 40, I believe he was sleeping on his mom's couch. And then now look at Simon Cowell. He's a multi-millionaire. He's starting careers 10 times over. You know what I mean? So, I look at stuff like that, and you take those little gems and go, hey, see, he didn't give up. You know, he might have been down on himself and, you know, didn't have the money or whatever. And, you know, he sat in his little cocoon and was, you know, that self-pity. But, you know, he didn't give up. He kept going. And now look where he is. So you never look at the time frame. You always just stay focused on the journey.
Never look at the time frame. Always stay focused on the journey. That's a very good. Yeah. Imagine there's a young person listening to us who would like to run a business like yours. What advice are you going to give him or her?
Always have a plan. So you start with your main plan, and then you have the plan for the plan, and then you have the plan for that plan, and then, you know what I mean? So you don't have to immediately just, because it's going to be overwhelming when you start, right? Everything's going to be overwhelming in terms of registering, in terms of you're looking at the budgets, and in terms of, you know, looking at the tax forms, and how are you going to go into this market? Because you're now going to look into the market, depending on whatever it is that you choose to do in life, right? And you have to look, how am I going to start? When I do start, how am I going to maintain? And when I start to maintain, how am I going to move forward from there? So it's like there's always planning that has to be going on, planning. So if it means that you start and you have to get a job to finance your dream, then do that. If you're starting and then you look at it and maybe I need to take a break, take a break. You know, so it's always good to just have a plan and try and stick to the plan. You know, try not to get sidetracked. You have your plan written down, write it down. You know, every day you wake up and you have an idea, you write down your idea, right? And when you're ready to pull the trigger and go, you look at everything that you have written down and try to find a common theme, so you know the direction in where you want your company to go, what it is that you want. You have the look, you have the colors, you have the I wouldn't say the motto of the company, but you have a motto of the company. What is it? Ours is, you know, never yield. You know what I mean? You never give in. That is ours. You know, so that's what I would say to a young person who's starting out. You know, again, never look at the time. Never look at the time.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Andrew. It's really been an interesting time with you, learning from your journey. And I'm definitely sure someone is going to be inspired from your journey. Thank you so much for your time. I wish you the best for the future.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you for having me. Enjoy, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.